I'm Dr. McCall, your cyber concierge, and welcome to the Cyber Awareness Hub, the place where we break down real-world cyber incidents and turn them into practical lessons for businesses, leaders, and cybersecurity students. Every breach has a story. My job is to simplify it, explain what went wrong, and show you how to prevent the same thing from happening in your world. Today, we're diving into the TransUnion data breach, where attackers exposed the sensitive information of more than 4.4 million Americans. I'll explain how it happened, what this tool called OAuth has to do with it, and most importantly, the lessons that small businesses, enterprise leaders, and students can take away. On July 28, 2025, attackers linked to an extortion group, Shiny Hunters, compromised TransUnion through a third-party application. They didn't hack passwords directly. Instead, they abused OAuth integrations disguised as Salesforce apps. This gave them a backdoor into TransUnion systems and persistent access to customer data. The attackers stole names, date of births, social security numbers, and contact details. That's more than enough for identity theft and fraud. And unlike credit cards, which can be replaced, social security numbers last a lifetime, meaning the damage doesn't just fade away. So what exactly is OAuth? OAuth is like a permission slip or a valet key. It lets one app access another app without giving away your full password. For example, if you connect a scheduling app to your Google Calendar, OAuth says this app can see your calendar, but it can't touch your Gmail or your contacts. That's safer than handing over your password. But here's the problem. If the app is malicious, or if it's given too much access, it can abuse those permissions. That's what happened here. Attackers abused OAuth connections to sneak into TransUnion systems. If you run a small business, you probably use dozens of connected apps. Accounting software, CRMs, marketing tools, all of them rely on OAuth. The danger: old or unused integrations still have access, and vendors may not follow the same security practices you do. Here's what small businesses should do. Audit your connected apps regularly, limit permissions, give vendors the least access possible, revoke access for unused apps, enforce multi-factor authentication on every vendor login. The lesson is about scale and governance. With hundreds of vendors and integrations oversights is the real challenge. A weak link anywhere in the chain can expose millions of records. That means enterprises must enforce vendor onboarding standards, bake cybersecurity clauses into contracts, multi-factor authentication, security audits, breach notifications, continuously monitor vendor risk, segment networks so a single app compromise doesn't endanger crown jewels. At the enterprise level, this isn't about avoiding breaches. It's about proving resilience to regulators, shareholders, and customers. For students, this is a case study in identity and access management. Key lessons you'll need in your career. OAuth tokens replace passwords, but they can still be stolen or misused. Least privilege isn't just for users, it's for applications too. Supply chain and vendor risk are now among the biggest attack vectors in cybersecurity. If you're studying frameworks like NIST CSF, CMMC, or Zero Trust, remember this breach. It's a perfect example of why identity management and vendor oversight are critical in modern security. So what could have prevented this breach? And what can you do to avoid the same mistake? Vendor risk management. Vet vendors before granting access. Stronger contracts. Make security a contractual requirement, multi-factor authentication, audits, and fast breach notification. Least privilege access. Vendors only get what they need, nothing more. Continuous monitoring. Vendor security changes over time. Track it. MFA everywhere. Protect every vendor login with multi-factor authentication. Network segmentation and encryption. Contain damage if a breach does occur. These aren't just enterprise strategies, they apply to organizations of all sizes, from startups to global corporations. So, what are the big takeaways from the TransUnion breach? Third-party risk is business risk. You can outsource services, but you cannot outsource accountability. Some data never expires. Once Social Security numbers are exposed, the risk lasts a lifetime. Transparency matters. Waiting nearly a month to notify victims caused just as much damage as the data breach itself. TransUnion breach is proof that no company is too big to fall victim to third-party vulnerabilities. For small businesses, it's a call to tighten vendor access. For enterprises, it's about governance and compliance and scale. And for students, it's a reminder that frameworks you're studying are more than theory. They're the tools to prevent disasters like this. I'm Dr. McCall, your cyber concierge. From breach to prevention, resilience is always the goal. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Cyber Awareness Hub for more real-world lessons, and comment below which breach should I dissect next. Till next time.